All right. Talk to me. Give me some good news. Tell me why you're here. Let's all learn together.
Hold up. You ready?
I'm ready.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All
Morning.
right. Who's got some good news to share? You guys all excited for Bold 100 today? All right. Love it. All right. Did you have some news you wanted to share, Tawantas?
Actually, I had a great day yesterday. So look what I used. You see this form?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So yesterday, so I got to do was pretty focused, the lead generation, and I actually got a new investor again on yesterday. Picked up another investor, and also I have an appointment for a for sale by owner that I'm going to go see today. And let's see what else we did. And we got through about 20 calls on yesterday and added 5 to my database.
That's awesome.
It was productive. Yeah, I was excited about it. Yeah. So,
I think what you'll notice is that as you're continuing to kind of get your rhythm around using that page, you'll realize that you might want to tweak some things, right? Like
Right.
if you want to add like going to the gym, or you want to add, maybe you only need to do 14 contacts or 17 contacts, or you want to, put your kind of cleanup tasks. By the way, cleanup task, I know that's kind of a kind of an informal phrase, but my idea there is you're kind of closing the door on all the promises you've made. You're checking it off, right? When I finish this list of cleanup tasks, my day is done, right? So what that means is, like if I promise to do a 3-way email with somebody, or I promise to put them on a neighborhood nurture, or I know that I need to add them to the database, I can, color them a certain way, or if I want to write them a handwritten note or something like that.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, wait, one other thing. I got to share this. So,
Yeah.
And then I also remember I had another multiple offer. I had another contract that I wrote for the second one that we didn't get to get.
Okay.
And we got that back last night. I just need for my buyer to sign off and we can be under contract.
So you won. Man.
But not on the first one, the second one. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. They're only buying one. Just
Right.
a quick note about those investors. I personally never worked with a lot of investors. Okay. But one thing that I gathered about investors, and I think that this could go for all of you guys, it would apply for all of us, is you correct me if you think I'm wrong here. I'm going to make a generalization. Okay. I've found oftentimes that investors are more concerned about the deal than the loyalty to the agent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So when you're meeting these new investors, I think it's really important for you to level with them and talk to them straight, just like they talk to you. Which is, how can I be your person? I want to be your guy. Right. I understand you're out there looking for things, but I want you to feel so confident in me that I bring you things and you bring me things, and we're partners, basically. In other words, don't cheat on me.
Right.
Right. Because even if somebody else brings you a deal, I want you to call me and get my opinion on it. I want to be that close to you. So what do I need to do to get into that into that type of relationship with you? That's what I'm looking for. I want to be your guide forever. I want to help you build wealth. Right. And then you'll end up getting more of the buying opportunities. You'll end up getting more of the seller opportunities, because you are essentially letting him know how serious you take that relationship. And gradually you might see that they start to form a little bit more. It's like the scales are tipping from all I care about is the deal and I don't care one bit about the agent to a little bit more, like this. See what I'm saying? I also want to point, this is something that I was speaking with about, I don't think she'd mind me saying, Jenny Vereen for a minute, a couple of days ago. So she's working with, she has this big listing down in Locust Grove. It's like 224 acres, right? And a big 1,000 square foot house. And she's got this buyer that's potentially interested. But what ended up, she's been referring to him as the investor.
Oh.
Okay. So this investor, because he's going to invest, he's going to go get sewer and he's going to build a bunch of neighborhoods, right? So she was using that phrase when she was talking to her seller. I said, you got to stop that. Because the connotation of investor makes the other person feel like they're going to get the short end of the stick. Right? So what's his name? Let's call him by his name, Mr. Jackson or Mr. Johnson or Mr. Smith or whoever. Right? Mr. Smith is willing to pay X number of dollars per acre. Quit talking about him being an investor. We're all investors. See what I'm saying? So especially if you're talking to a seller, right, be careful about how you throw that word investor around, because the second you say investor, they're thinking, I'm getting screwed.
All right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
Cool. Julian, you've been crushing it lately too. What's on
I had a good day. I had a good day yesterday. My listing had 3 showings, so that was great for a Tuesday. And then I had a guy that I talked to last week, I think last Thursday, that basically said, call me Monday or something, or Tuesday, and we'll set up an appointment. So when I called him, he says, oh, you know, they picked another Keller Williams agents here in Cumming. And I go, whoa, hold on just a minute. You just came off the market for 150 days at the wrong price. And what are they proposing for a sales price? Oh, the same thing. I said, no. Do you want me to call you back another 150 days and have you crying on my shoulder? So
when there's craziness in the streets because one of these 2 guys got elected.
Yeah. So, anyway, so I hammered at him for a few minutes. He says, oh, okay. So I said, can we meet tomorrow at 2 or 4? What works for you? So he said 4. So I'm meeting today.
Good job.
It's a big $800,000 listing, and he's ready to sign. And he's just a little overpriced. I mean, you know, it's a beautiful home. It's vacant. He already lives in this other home in the same neighborhood just down the street from me. And so it's a financial drag.
Lower the price.
Yep. So I don't know what to lower it to. I was just doing the math, and I don't know how do you count basements? You know, you have the first above ground at 1 price per square foot, and then the appraisers lower the price per square foot. I don't know that number or current number for that. So
I mean, what's the price per square foot on the regular space?
On average for the neighborhood's $138.36 on the average. So it's way below that average. If that number,
you're probably half that on the basement.
That's what I thought. I remember it was.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna figure that out.
Seems on the low side, actually. I would think it's a bit higher.
So Mark Spain, you know, I don't know, 150 days. They dropped $50,000 over that. He was higher, and he waited 2 months between his strategy. Looked like wait 2 months at the wrong price and drop it to the wrong price again 2 months later, and then 2 months later he got fired. So, or even longer than that. So that's good. I mean, if you've got 3,000 listings, that's fine. You can afford to do a few.
Well, look, we all have to make a decision each day on whether we want to work with an unrealistic seller. The pro is you get more sign calls, and who wouldn't mind some $800,000 sign calls, right? The con is a bunch of $800,000 homeowners see your sign getting dirty day after day after day and say, hey, this dude can't sell a house, right? So you gotta find the blend between those 2 things. Now, when you're up in that price range, I think there's probably 2 things that you could enter into the discussion that you may not be doing right now. These are just the first 2 that popped into my head. The first is this guy already owns another place, right? So how much
neighborhood? Yeah.
How much is it costing him per day or per month to have that investment sitting there?
When I pointed that out, he poo-pooed it like it's not so bad or something, but it is bad. So
okay, well, just remind him, because if he's very wealthy, and you know, most people got wealthy because they watched the pennies, not because they didn't care about them, right?
He does. He wasn't being straight on that.
Okay, well, it's time to remind him. So if he owns an $800,000 house, let's say he's got a $600,000 mortgage, he's paying $3,500 a month in payments, and probably $2,500 of that is going straight down the tubes. Okay, that's $100 a day in interest.
Utilities, insurance. Usually remind them that the insurance on a vacant house, you're essentially voiding the policy due to small print when you vacate the home and don't notify the insurance company, which is true.
And utilities on a house like that could be $600, $700 a month.
And he loses his homestead exemption, which he's sitting on 2 now, which is illegal. So, yeah, just.
Well, he'll get caught. He'll get caught. I mean, here's the thing. He's probably laying out, by the time you add up all that stuff, he's probably in the hole about $4,000 a month, maybe a tiny bit more than that. Okay. So say, hey, what are you going to do if you wait another 150 days at the wrong price? My calculation is that's going to cost you around $20,000. Let me ask you a question. If I handed you 20 grand right now, what would you do with it?
That's good.
Right. Now, the other thing you really have to keep in mind is what else these buyers can pick, right? So they may not be so concerned with living in that particular neighborhood. So like comparing it to the actives or the pendings or the sales within that neighborhood, yeah, it's important, but that's not the full picture, right? So if he can go a half a mile down the road and also be in a gated community with a swim and tennis, and the houses look big and his friends think he's rich and all that stuff, then and he can pay less per footage or have a better yard or whatever it is, he or she may pick that home. So we have to say to ourselves, your home is going to appear on a list at a new price very soon. Now here's the list. Okay. So it could be, 3 miles, circumference or radius. It could be in that high school district. It could be in North Fulton County. It could be a lot of different places, right? If somebody's got $8-9 million to spend, they're probably a little picky, right? They can go to a lot of different places. And so you say, here's the list. Okay, your home is going to appear on this list. It's already been at 850. And out of the 8 billion people in the world, not a single one of them was willing to pay it. You can pause for a second. Let that sink in. There's freaking 8 billion people in this world. The second it was on the internet, every one of them knew about it. Okay, there's no secrets anymore. There's no like market it more. No, it's on like 3 trillion websites. Okay, if you're interested in the house, you know about it. That's the end of the discussion. Make sure it looks pretty when you walk in the door and make sure it's got the right price. That's all we need to be speaking about. Okay, so is there any other home that somebody would rather have at that price than the one we're standing in right now? Simple as that. Because when they leave that property and they look their agent in the face and say, write it up, let's do it, what they're telling you is that they have not been able to locate a similar home in a similar area, in a similar price that meets all their criteria better than the one they just walked out of. Because if they could, they go buy that one. Does that make sense?
Right. Moving into an uncertain market in the future. So yeah, it's time to get it sold.
It's time to get it sold.
And they accepted my seller on my other listings. She tentatively accepted the Keller offer. She's got 2 or 3 more days to decide. She's wanting me to push these investors to it, which I'm working on. Which reminds me, what you said about investors, true. One that claimed he was interested just flaked out over the weekend. So, sometimes when it's time to put your money down, they flake out or not as committed or whatever.
Right. Yeah. 100%. So
But
if at all possible, steer the conversation where that person is the one that uses the phrase, it's time to sell. Let it be their idea rather than your idea. Right? When it's their idea, it works. When it's your idea, you're just the realtor who wants the big commission. Make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
This is your neighborhood, right?
Oh, no, not my neighborhood. It's just down the street. Used to be the premier neighborhood in Forsyth County, but they have high HOA and smaller lots and things like that. So
What neighborhood is that?
Laurel Springs.
I remember Laurel Springs. Yeah.
It's good. There's
Laurel
400 or 500
Springs is
homes in
around when,
there.
Laurel Springs is around when the cows were around. There wasn't nothing up there.
Well, St. Marlow and that St. Marlow's having a tough time to sell over there too. That was the other big one.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, here's the thing. When a home is not selling, it's like Aubrey said yesterday. We need to look for one of two things: condition, which is probably
Price.
5% of it, and price, which is the other
95.
Okay. So if the pictures are great and the home shows well online, it's price. It's price. Okay. If I got, here's my laptop. Okay. If the world thinks this is worth $500, brand new in perfect packaging, and I try to sell it for $600, there ain't nobody going to buy it. Well, it's brand new. It's never been touched. Well, it doesn't matter. That's like trying to sell a $5 bill for $6. Nobody's going to buy it. Does that make sense?
Very much so.
Heather, you've been quiet. What's on your mind?
Just listening to what you guys were talking about and getting ready for today.
Okay, just while I got everyone's attention, I hope everyone is committed to Mega Camp. Is that the case?
You want us to pay and then hope we get a free ticket? Is that how it works? Or no?
No. I'm sorry. I want you to fill out that one-page form that Mel sent out.
Right.
That basically says if you win and we pay for your ticket, then you will attend, essentially, right? And the drawing is going to be Friday. So if you don't win the drawing, then you can buy the ticket on your own, or you can go get 2 listings between now and 2 weeks from now, and I'll pay for your ticket. Okay.
I'll get one.
1 means you pay for Mega Camp. 2 means I pay for Mega Camp.
So I have a question about that, Bill.
Even if it's 800,000, Julian, I can't break the rules for you. What? Sorry.
Okay, no, I really have a question about breaking the rules. So
I want you to ask the questions, right? When you ask the questions, you often get what you want.
Yeah.
I tried to get it. I got a new cell phone yesterday, and I tried to get the woman to give me some earbuds, and she was good. I even gave her my card. Maybe she'll be in this room in a couple months. She was solid.
Just lay down.
Anyway, and then I asked the other guy to waive the upgrade fee. He couldn't do it, or he said he couldn't do it. But at least I asked. I mean, I'm pushing the line every day.
What did you get? Did you get a 5G?
Yeah, hopefully I don't get like brain cancer from it.
What did you get? What kind of phone?
Oh, I got the Note 20 Ultra.
Oh, $1,500.
No, it's a little less than that. I got a trade in for my old phone. I'm on that thing all day long. You know, they make it so easy. They're like, oh, it's only $30 a month. All right.
Well, the fine print, it's like 55 or something. And then they give you a credit debit card back for $400 or something.
Yeah, it's weird stuff. But I've been carrying around this broken thing for like way too long.
I couldn't
see this.
I couldn't lift the size of Ultra, so I'm going with the Plus, the 20 Plus, which is half-inch short or something. Because us agents, we move around. So we
better hope a FISBO doesn't call us both at the same time, because I'll get to it faster. I'm just playing.
Oh, you want a list of my prospects too, or what?
What's that?
You need a list of my prospects just to check for me?
I don't want to deal with no buyers or sellers. They're crazy.
We love them. We love them.
Yeah. So anyway, I said, well, how much is that thing? She's like, tax only today. I'm like, here's my card. You need to be a real estate agent.
The screen on that is, I mean, the visibility, or the whatever you call it, the resolution of that screen is phenomenal. It looks like you're there. It's just not even like a phone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically using it as a laptop. I mean, I've got this little Surface from like 6 years ago that is basically my laptop. That's nothing special. I paid, $300 for it or something. So I'm excited. as the woman said, Bill, you deserve a new phone.
You should have asked for a little rolling cart with 2 wheels where you can carry it around down the hall with you.
Yeah, it's so big, I know. All right, so I want to make sure, so let's summarize the Mega Camp thing. I want you guys to fill out that one sheet of paper that Melody sent, let her know you're interested in going, and let her know that you're willing to commit to, showing up, and I think she said you got to write her an aha at the end of the day. I think that's a fair exchange for $120, right? Our goal, just so you know, is for every single person to win, to go for free. So go ahead and get it in there, and hopefully we'll be able to draw everyone's name. If not, you still got a week and a half left to go get 2 listings, and if not, you can pay $119 if you're able for a 3-day training event that would normally cost you $3,000. Cool.
Well, I have a question though about, I sent her the email. I haven't filled out the form yet. I want to do the Mega Camp, but the only thing is on the morning of the 17th, I have a minor surgery, and I should be like done and out of there by like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I can log in in the car ride on the way home. But if I miss like an hour of it, would that count as me not committing to the full time?
This is a rule follower, isn't it?
It's a trick question, Bill. Watch it.
What's that?
It's a trick question.
If it was up to me, then I would allow that without question. Okay. All the videos are going to be available if you miss a session or something like that. Look, we just want it to be a win-win, right? If our vendors are out there paying for it, then we want you to get what you need to get so you can give yourself and them more opportunities, right? So if you're 10 minutes late to a session, I think you're fine. Don't sweat it.
Okay.
Use all of that mental energy and go find you another client.
Cool.
Okay, beautiful. Yesterday morning, I don't know if you guys spent any time listening to it, but we talked about profit share. Okay, I recommended that you join a mastermind group called Profit Share Mastermind -KW. I'll just, I could go on for hours and hours and hours about profit share. I just want to remind you that in my opinion, it is the best opportunity that Keller Williams offers. And it is simply, it is a simple idea that people, as we grow in our business, we get more and more influence. We know more and more agents. We're out in the field more and more. And we see additional proof left and right that there's basically only 2 problems a real estate agent is going to have. If you say, hey, tell me a little bit about your business, or what's the thing you're struggling with the most right now? It's not going to be long before they start complaining. Okay. And their complaints are going to sound something like these 2 things. 1, I don't have enough leads. 2, I got too many leads. That's all there is, right? KW can fix both of those ideas. Okay. Whatever hurts, we got some medicine for you. You come in, hey, my arm hurts, go to this class. My leg hurts, go to this class. My ear hurts, go to this class. See what I'm saying? Especially with Zoom now, let's leverage Zoom. So much stuff is online. Is there anybody that would benefit from learning about for sale by owners or whatever it may be? Let's invite them to these opportunities and allow them to experience what it's like. Make sense? Because every month on the 21st, you could get a little deposit that you can then deposit into your, life worth living, life by design account. Make an investment, put money into your business, buy something nice for your family, help somebody else. Make sense? All right, I'm going to hit the stop.